What's up, everybody? It's me, Relazella. I wanted to do a video because I had a request from one of my coven members, my sisters, Jen, to do a video on the greenhouse where I live here in Cross Lake, Minnesota. It's not much to it because most of the big greenhouses here are shut down because of the winter time. But I tell you, this is what keeps me going in Minnesota winters, is being around this plant energy. So I'm going to show you what's going on. We rent the house that's on the property, the big house that's on the property. Here at the greenhouse business, it's 11 acres, and we have 7 greenhouses. I do some work here at the greenhouse, but I do not own this greenhouse. I will say that. Our landlord lives on the property too. It used to be a 9-bedroom house that we split up and remodeled and separated. So he has his own living quarters, and I live on the big side of the house, but we do help them quite a bit, and I have my own gardens and things like that. So it's kind of a really awesome collaborative plan, and we have the best landlords in the universe. And some little kitties that roam around. There's Bob and Tom. Hi, kitties. All right, so this is like the sales office area right in here. This is where people come in and buy all the plants that we have for sale. And these are just like a lot of tropicals, and some of these are for sale. I have bought quite a few of them actually in my own house. These are just like hanging baskets and tropicals. Beautiful fern here. And these were made for our Christmas decorations to put plants in and things like that. We had poinsettias in them. They're really neat. They're made out of like little sticks and stuff pieced together like reindeer. Some more tropicals here. And these up here are our orchid cactuses. So I did show quite a few pictures of those before, and they are one of my favorite plants in this greenhouse. And there's 2 different colors that we have. So these things are full of seeds. They're similar to a dragon fruit. They're actually edible, and you can crack them open and eat them. They taste kind of like a strawberry, kiwi kind of flavor. But we've been extracting the seeds to create new colors and varieties and hybrids of the cross-pollination that we did with these plants. They are from Ecuador. The blooms on them, I'll show you this summer. They'll have more blooms this summer. Are just incredible. Okay, so a bunch of ferns and tropicals and stuff on this table. And these right here are cool. These are, forget the name, the scientific name. They're like a Buddhist plant, they say. I'll find the name and I'll post it. But anyways, they're like a Buddhist meditation plant. These are string of pearls here. They look like little beads. You see, they're really interesting textures. Okay, so we've got some more stuff over here, more tropicals. Okay, so then when this opens up, it will be closer to Easter when we open this up. This will be the main door to go into our greenhouses. I'll show you what it looks like now. Show you why it's not much to it, but this is the main one. This is the main greenhouse in here, and there are there are 5 longer greenhouses coming off of this larger one. So you can see this is the first room. See, it's really empty right now, but I'll show you updates and stuff as we go along through the season and stuff, and I'll show you how we fill this up. And I do a lot of help and work and stuff with the plants here because I live here. I set up all the Christmas trees in the parking lot, did some wreaths, helped with the poinsettias, things like that. But now it's pretty much just our tropicals and succulent collection that we have until the plants start rolling in closer to Easter, and then all of these will start filling up with baby plants. And for Easter we do Easter lilies and hydrangeas. So these greenhouses that are empty right now will be packed full, floor to ceiling, and here all these trays are packed. I don't know how long this is, but it's a huge room, as you can see. Huge, huge, huge. There's the other greenhouse room shooting off of the big one here. And there's 2 more doors down there that shoot off from the main one that I'm in now. It's really empty, but you're going to see how beautiful it is in the summertime. Everything gets popping around May. When I come in here in May, it will look like a totally different story. Oh, I want to show you something cool. So these dead plants down here are the datura. The datura that I posted about, the most toxic poisonous plant in the world. Yeah, this is them. This is the remainder of them, I guess. And look at that gnarly seed pod. You could tell that thing is just deadly, huh? Look at that. But the seeds inside of it are the most toxic poison in the world. Crack these seed pods open. I'm going to be sending a few of you some seeds from this. These ones are pure white, so they are native to Colombia. Fascinating documentaries about the datura in Colombia that grows natural, and what they do with it is quite scary but cool. It's just a beautiful plant that I fully respect and appreciate. Bob, get back in here. Bob, you're not supposed to be out here. Get in there. Get in there, Bob. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to close these doors. These will be reopened closer to Easter. Alright. So yeah, this is the sales office at the moment. We close these other ones down because it costs quite a bit to heat it if we don't, and we don't have the amount of plants to fill it up. These are really cool too. This is the same artist that did our reindeers with the sticks and stuff. Check this out. Oh, this would be an awesome little fairy gazebo, huh? And plant holder. It's got a little ladder, and they're all pieced together with like carefully cut and pieced together little sticks. Really cool gazebo at the top. Little decorations and stuff we have. Alright, I'm going to take you back here too, because there's some more cool plants back here. So this is like behind the sales office in like the employee section. We've got a couple orchids blooming here. See there? A couple orchids blooming in Minnesota, which is extremely cool. And then this is where our cactus and succulent collection is. There's a nice little barrel cactus. Yep. Okay, and these are little cuttings that we have going on. Little cuttings of different various succulent plants. Some more cactuses varieties up here. Okay, more tropicals. And this is kind of like the employee section. Some more cuttings that we're working on of different various succulents. And this one. This is one of my favorites. This is the Argentinian singing saguaro cactus. So it's called a singing cactus because if you pluck these little tines, it makes different sounds. Let's see if you can. I don't know if you can hear it. They make different tones. So that one's called a singing saguaro cactus from Argentina. different cactuses in the window here. Alright, yeah, so I'm in the back of the building. Like, I don't know. I think there's some other ones under some lights back here. Oh yeah, now I'm in the garage. So we've got a bunch of cactus and succulent plants under here, under the lights. Where they can be warm in Minnesota winter. And then when the big greenhouses open up, we set up like different sections. We set up like a desert oasis type section with the succulents and all the cactuses and things like that. And then we set up a tropical section. I took the banana tree, but we have a bunch of succulents, and we set up like little waterfalls and stuff around them. And yeah, so not much going on like there usually is from about April to October is really when we're popping in here. But then we do Christmas trees. So it's pretty awesome to be around all these plants. The plant energy is like extremely enlightening and positive energy, especially when I live in Minnesota and I see this. White, white, white everywhere. But soon it will be nice and green and beautiful, and I'll be starting my own garden, which is over there. Right, straight over there is my garden. We have a big fence around it. The deer have crashed through it a couple times, so it needs to be repaired early spring. But I will show you my work in my garden and what I do. This is like the smallest of the greenhouses right there, and that one gets filled up with all different sorts of herbs. And then let's see, I don't know if the lighting is shining and you can't really see, but this section we hang stuff from these ceiling beams, hanging baskets and beautiful things. We have display tables for our perennials. That's where I was. That's a main sales office right there, and that goes into the main big greenhouse. And then you can see that one is the first greenhouse building that shoots off of the main one. And there's 5 of those in a row, straight back. And over there, on that corner, right at the end of these greenhouse buildings, is another acre garden, fenced-in garden, that my landlord tends and things like that. And I help him with that, and we open up our garden space for community gardening for other people that may not have the space or the materials and things to have their own garden at their property, so they come here and they grow things with us. I had more than enough coming out of my gardens for my family and to sell to 3 different restaurants and to donate to the food shelf. And what's pretty awesome about where I live, that's my driveway right there. Okay, there's like a row of trees, which is awesome. It's like a tunnel of trees going down my driveway, and right straight across the street is the food shelf. So that's where I donate my vegetables and stuff about every 4 or 5 days, buckets full of tomatoes and things like that, because I like to give back and give them some quality produce. This is my house right here. This is where I live. So right here is the greenhouse. This is my house. And I have the best landlords in the universe. I can freely do what I want with flowers and planting. I have a huge yard, big oak tree there, big awesome oak tree, crabapple tree, bunch of lilacs and stuff. I'll show you how pretty it is when it gets warm. It's really cold right now. My front flower bed, and I have another one on the other side of the house here. And here is my front door. So I'm going to bring you in and show you my own houseplant collection of mine inside my house. This is one of my favorite parts of the whole house, is my fireplace. It's stone and marble, so the shelves are marble. And then right over here in my living room is like my zen wall, my tranquil space, I guess. My banana tree, my baby banana right there, different plants. That's my dragon fruit. I don't know if you can see them too by this. Right here, my dragon fruit. Aloe vera, always have that. This is just a tropical that I'm gonna hopefully get a chameleon as a pet soon, and that will be his climbing tree. Different little succulent plants, spider plants, my rubber tree, string of pearls. Yeah, this is like my sunny window that faces my garden and the west window where the sun rises. So this is my tranquil spot and part of my some of my houseplant collection. So I hope you liked my tour. I'm going to give you some more tours and stuff as we go along.